just flies out,
Crazy.
Uses that kind of technology.
What the fuck? Wow.
Yeah, what are they called? They've had them for a while. They're fucking insane.
I don't know.
They can go like 20 miles or something, the bullet.
You're making my brain hurt. I don't know. New concept. I have no room. Hey, who's making the feedback? God damn it. Listen.
Well, I know that.
I think it's called a Gauss rifle or something like that.
Huh.
But anyways.
Listen, why don't you eat a severed cock?
Yeah, we need some Gauss rifles.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I don't know. I mean, here's the thing, though. Fucking, do you really think, like, I see some of these videos, like the might of a nation or a country, like they'll compare, like, for instance, they'll compare France against Britain. How many planes they have, how many military guys they have, and this and that.
How small their each penises are.
yeah, literally. Their balls are shriveled.
Oh, yeah. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, check this.
It's just a mole that you piss out of.
What'd you say?
It's an Audi belly button.
They call this thing. Yeah. They call it a coil gun, also known as a Gauss rifle, is a type of mass driver consisting of one or more coils using as electromagnets in the configuration of a linear motor to accelerate the ferromagnetic or conducting projectile to high velocity.
So it's like a Tesla coil.
Yeah, it just uses magnetic force to throw the projectile at high speed.
Well, I would think it's actually if it's on that coil concept, wouldn't it be? It's using the magnets, but the coils are actually creating the actual electrical pulse to move the object.
Yeah.
Because magnets wouldn't have. I mean, you would need like fucking, like 10.
Yeah, it's showing coils like around the barrel, like 3 sets of coils.
So the coils would actually create the electrical, the current, more or less, that resistance. Yeah.
Well, this has been a fucking laugh a minute.
Creating the current, so.
Current.
But yeah, they're shriveled or hanging. So.
Slap them. Either way, you slap them. Either way, slap them hard.
Yeah, one's lower than the other.
Yeah, I'm asymmetrical. What's the problem with that? Listen, you. Listen, goddammit. There will come a day when your nuts hang uneven, and you'll be grateful to still have them.
Measure the power by how low they're hanging?
Yes. It used to be the sign of the masculinity to have very low-hanging testicles. God damn it, why doesn't anyone understand this these days? They put wigs on walruses these days.
Wigs?
On walruses. Oh. And then they make them health secretary. That guy looks like a fat mechanic.
Dude, that thing, I don't know what the hell that thing is.
It looks like a fat mechanic with a wig and a dress on, and he's fucking got big ass cankles sagging out over the sides of those stupid shoes. looking dumb as fuck. Probably feeling stupid too.
Doesn't that thing have a wart somewhere?
A wart?
On its face? Yeah, like a wart.
Oh,
Isn't there a
God.
wart? I remember a wart somewhere.
It's got like a half dozen coarse hairs, like fucking goddamn guitar strings, hair fucking sticking out of it and shit.
Like part it?
Yeah.
You can part it?
Yeah, like you have to fucking cut it with more than just scissors. Something else has to cut that. You have to clip those with fucking wire cutters.
Yeah.
Fucking gross.
Who's got a wart?
Shape metal.
That fucked up, that walrus with the wig health secretary fuckhead.
Oh.
That's
You need some wire snips to fucking
Yeah,
snip it off.
because it's got black guitar strings fucking growing out of its nasty wart.
What's that thing you cut fucking locks with? What do you
Bolt
call it?
cutters?
Yeah, like bolt cutters.
That's what you use to just cut the tusks. Because when the tusks get too fucking long, you gotta just fucking, fuck filing that shit. Just snap that with a bolt cutter.
Break it off.
Yeah, it'll grow back, don't worry.
Yeah.
Fucking tusks and shit. That is a walrus.
Like a
Oh my
woodchuck.
god.
Fucking woodchuck.
Hey Greg, have you ever seen the movie Tusk?
Oh yeah.
Jesse, you saw Tusk, didn't you?
Have you ever seen it, Jesse?
What's it about?
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The story is this dude is a fucking like a out of school journalist, right? And he has this hot girlfriend and then like the third wheel, like this fat sloppy kind of friend that just always hangs out, wants to fuck his girlfriend, but he's just always like, hey, hey man, whatever, man. And so he searches for his first fucking gig, just to break through. So he finds this, what would you call him, Matt? Like a philanthropist? What do they call him? Like philanthropist, or what's the word?
Yeah.
Right?
Someone with money?
Yeah, just loads of fucking money, right? But this guy does, has this story on something about how he survived something like that. So anyway, so he goes to his castle to interview him, and so he offers him a drink, they're sitting in this big ass fucking like castle room, and he starts questioning him, asking him questions and whatnot. Next thing you know, he fucking, he obviously put some juice in the fucking drink, so the dude just fucking falls to sleep. Next thing you know, he wakes up and he's all tied up, and he's like, and I'm talking about the journalist is all tied up, and he's like, what the fuck, what the hell's going on here? Well, this guy's like, starts talking about his story, like why he actually is going to keep him, and does anybody know that he's there, and this and that, and so on. So he gets some info out of him. But essentially what he tells him is this: I'm going to turn you into a fucking walrus. The guy's like laughing, like, what are you talking about, a walrus? And this guy's dead serious. He's actually had like several projects where he turns like fucking people into living walruses. So,
oh yeah.
Oh god. Oh
wow.
my god.
Dude, it's a hard movie. It's a hard movie to encapsulate quickly. But it was Kevin Smith has a podcast. It's called Smodcast, and he's had it for a long time. He's like one of the first podcasters that was really doing it on a big scale. And during one of his podcasts, he and his buddy Scott Mosier, who's his producer and longtime friend, lifelong friend, they did Clerks together. That's how it started off. Anyway, for them. And they were talking on a podcast, and they were talking about this ad they saw from, like, I think in Scotland or something. It was in a foreign country. They were talking about it, and they're like, this guy wants someone to come and pretend to be a walrus at his house. It was a real thing based on a true thing. You know, that's just, but I think they ended up making it in Germany or something, or wherever the hell they put it in the movie. But yeah, and so it was just this weird fetish thing that this guy had. So Kevin turned it into a movie. So Justin Long is in it. He plays the journalist that Greg was talking about, the journalist guy. That's him, and he goes to this guy's house and shit. But the guy starts telling a story about how once upon a time he was stranded on a lonely island and shit, and his only companion was this walrus that he really befriended and everything. And I think something like tragic happened to the walrus. It was killed or something. He's like, oh, his best friend in the world.
Like Wilson.
Yeah, like Wilson and fucking yeah. Yeah. Anyway, it's a total mind fuck, you know, because in the end you see the result of the madman's fucking plans and shit, and it's just it's impossible. It's a mutilated man walrus thing going. Yeah, totally.
So Kevin Smith made this movie?
Yes, this is a Kevin Smith movie. Totally recommend it.
So
If you were
fairly new then?
well, yeah, within the last say 5 years, probably yes.
Can I tell you guys a story?
Yeah.
We were me and Fred were doing the Clerks, like all of them. I think the Clerks wanted to and whatnot, and we were doing the DVD commentary, and so we had Kevin Smith, Jason, and all these guys come in for like a week, man, and you know, so we were in Studio A, and you know, we get the full fucking layout of like whatever they like to eat and this and that, and fucking, you know, Kevin comes in, Jason comes in, and all the other guys come in, and dude, it was a fucking laugh riot for a week, dude, and it was kind of funny, but Jason gets into well, you've been in Studio A, Matt, right? And you know the window where you look in to where we did all the vocals, the drums, and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The little room on the side. Yeah, he's in there, and you know, and you know Fred. You know, he's kind of like a Mr. fucking Christian.
Yeah.
You know,
Mr. Clean.
You know,
Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean, yeah, and Jason's like, oh, fuck this, fuck that. Next thing you know, he's taking a fucking pack of smokes out, he's lighting up. And he's like, oh, we can't really smoke in here. Kevin looks at him, he's like, what? What do you mean we can't smoke in here? Oh, well, you know, we'll make an exception. Next thing you know, Jason's lighting up the fucking joint. Well, you know, what are we paying here for, Fred? Well, okay, whatever. It was fucking hot, and I'm just like, dude, I was just like ready to be like, pass it on, man. But
in front of your boss, like, oh my god,
about it,
your boss would be like,
I mean, what kind of a fucking asshole would do that, though? I mean, honestly.
What's that?
Well, get all fucking stoned and shit right in front of the guy he's working for and shit. Whatever, fuck you. I mean, isn't that kind of crazy?
Who's that? Oh, you mean like Jason and Kevin Smith and whatnot?
Oh,
he was saying
Jason Mewes?
You'd be the asshole.
I'm watching all this shit happen, go down, man.
Okay, yeah, okay, I didn't.
In the studio.
Yeah,
I
stepped.
To join in, but you knew.
But I secretly wanted to join in.
Oh no, I just.
Fucking Brad would